Hello folks, and very good evening, and welcome to another project. And this one could take some time. This is the Bush model VHF 41 radio, and this belongs to Lawrence, who I've just done the bodged up Bush record player for. Just done that for him, and he's now brought this to me to be done. So let's have a look at this radio and let's see what it actually does. So we'll turn the power on. Let's turn the on off switch on and we'll see what we actually get out of it. From what I believe, not a lot, but we'll see. And we'll have a jiggle, we'll give the valves a wiggle and stuff, and twiddle all the switches, because I know you like that. Well, the volume's working, we've got sound. That's more than what we got earlier. Nothing. So that's what we're getting. We're getting nothing on anywhere. So I want it on, don't I? Well, that's audio output. I need to work out, so what we'll do is turn it off for now, and what we need to do, folks, is we need to look at the the manual and find out which waveband is in what position. Right, the dial lamps don't work, they're 6.5 volts. I've got them, there's no problem. That's the FM aerial. That's AM. Right. Just like to make sure I get things right here, folks. Right. It says 2 speakers are located. Oh, 2 sockets, not 2 speakers. There's only 1 speaker in it. But I'll tell you what, folks. I'm gonna come back when I get this out of the case. I'll be back in a minute. Hi, folks, and welcome back. I've got the radio out of the chassis, or sort of semi out, and I'm just looking at it here, folks, and just put it on the big screen. I'm just looking at it here, and basically there's actually a lot of wires gone brittle. You know, the wires that go up to the output transformer and to the dial lamps, it's all gone brittle. I'm not sure if I can get you in to show you, but I'll try my best. I'm going to have to ring the owner about this. I mean, well, I don't have to. He wants it doing, but he wants it doing, so I'll do it. But I'm going to have to replace all these wires here. See, the wire's just falling off in my hand, the insulation. And I'm not patching this. I'm going to have to put new wires in. So I'm not patching it. So let's have a look on the underside and see what we look like under chassis. I mean, the top of the chassis looks nice and clean, but them wires going up to the output transformer, they're going to have to be replaced. That's going to be the first job on this radio, I think. And if we look under the chassis, there we go. Oops. There. Let's make sure that we're not pressing on anything expensive like a fucking valve. Right, so I'll put my hand under there to hold that. I need a quick slurp. Be mango juice, folks. Right, well, under here, we just put the old giglets back on. Under here is a load of original parts. There's a few red, what look like cunt capacitors. They've got to be replaced. Yeah, these fucking. We'll just get me. Where's me sticker upper? Just get me sticker upper. Right, there, like there, you know, here. There's a lot of hunt capacitors to be replaced. I've got the manual for the radio, so replacing, so doing work on it's not a problem. I've got the manual, but he's away for a while. So, you know, there's no rush. It's not like this thing has to be done for next week or the week after even. I mean, the guy's a pretty patient guy, so the owner is pretty patient, so but you know, it's I'm gonna have to replace, so there's capacitors to be done. There's a paper one there that's got to come out, or waxy, or whatever it is, paper I think, it's got to come out. All the electrolytics will come out, There's no filter home, so I won't replace the main smoother. But what I'll do, I will give him a ring to be on the safe side, and let him know that the extent. I mean, all the insulation is just flaking off the wires. I mean, look, there's one here. Look at that, a bare wire. And I'm amazed actually none of them have touched and caused a problem. In fact, they could even be causing problems. But I think the place to start, this FM section, this front end there, I don't know nothing about that at the moment. All I know about that is George Fiddler did one and he told me that it can be a bit tricky. So I got a bit of an heads up there from our friend George. But yeah, I'm gonna have to ring our friend up and I'm gonna have to tell him about these wires. So and I'm gonna go and do that, folks, because you know he might not want me to proceed, you see, and I don't want to do a load of work and then be told, well, you should have spoke to me first. But the guy is not like that. But I'm gonna speak to him anyway, regardless. I'll be back in a bit, folks, and I'll need to prepare because before I even plug this in again, it's getting them wires replaced at first. Anyway, folks, I'll be back soon. Yeah, I can't get hold of the fella tonight, folks, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do preparations. Let's turn the soldering iron off because I'm not going to do that with that tonight, because I'm going to start the repair proper tomorrow. I'm going to prepare what I need. And how many wires is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires there. But they're the main ones. They're the main ones, these 6 here that go down into the chassis. They're the main ones. So basically, they're all rotten down there as well. I'm going to have to replace all of them. I'm surprised actually it never blew up. I mean, if I'd have known that they were like that in that state, I would never have plugged this thing in. I can tell you that for now, folks, it wouldn't have happened. But I can't see any type of AM aerial in this as well, you know. It doesn't have a built-in AM aerial. You must have to plug the aerial in, because there is no AM aerial in this, no built-in AM aerial. Oh, no, never mind. I've got to put new bulbs in it, they're the least of its worries. But I'm going to have to replace, I've definitely got to replace that wiring, folks. Yeah, doubt I can do about that. I can't get around it any other way. I mean, yeah, I suppose I could heat shrink it, but no, I haven't got any heat shrink tubing long enough, and I'm not putting bits on here and there, so I will actually find some wire and we'll actually have to do the job. Do that, put new wire on it, I'm afraid. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do, folks. We'll call this part 1 of how many parts it takes. We'll call this part 1 in the overview and inspection, check out, and we know now what we've got to replace. As regards the valves, I don't know. One of them sounds microphonic, but that could be because of this rat's nest of a wiring here causing the problem. But what I'll do, I'll prepare all the wire I need. I've got enough wire knocking about. That'll do the job. So I'll prepare all the wire I need, and what we'll do, we'll put new wiring in it. Just new wiring going from the output transformer, including the speaker, the dial lamps, all of it that's got that rotten wire. We'll replace all that rotten wire with all new stuff, and you know, we should be good to go then. And you never know. Why is it every time you get an itchy leg it's right near your bollocks? And then when you scratch it, people think you're scratching your bollocks. Anyway, I think at the end of the day, folks, it's a case of replace that wire, that bad wire, and there are a number of capacitors that need to be done. There's a lot of red hunt capacitors in there. They have to come out. I'm not replacing the filter because there's no mains hum from this set whatsoever. It's lovely and quiet, so I'm not replacing the filter. But all the others I will replace. I might have to put an order in to get some. So I need to make a note of what I need. Well, I can look in the manual because I've got the manual, so I can look in the manual and that'll tell me what I actually need. Well, what the values and everything are, to avoid looking about with this. I can just go through this and it'll tell me what I need to know. So that's it for this video, folks. This is part 1, as I say, and join me again for part 2. Bye for now.